Hi there. Can you say hi, Jane?
Hi,
Jane. Welcome to week 17 of our 2021 gardening journey. We have good things and bad things this week. A lot of bad. We had a giant rainstorm, which was good, but now a ton of my plants are missing leaves, and I don't know if it's the rain, there was lightning and everything, or some critters, but a lot of devastation, and it's pretty heartbreaking, actually. I'm not going to lie. Upstairs patio stuff is looking good, but even the peppers this time, I don't know. I'll take you on a tour. We will see. We are going to survey the whole garden, figure out what we can do to mitigate things, definitely spray for squirrels and rabbits again. Let's begin. Ready, Jane?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's begin now.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. This bed's doing great. Baby bok choy. The cucumbers are starting to take off behind them too. I'm probably going to cull this bok choy soon. It is not really bok choying. And it all bolted. I cut the tops off, but it's bolted. So this is probably going to go this week. That's the thing we have to do. But promising, promising. This loofah is doing okay. This fennel is doing good. Really starting to come along. And these cucumbers have really gotten happier. Not a lot of progress on them yet, but at least they're happy and thick and healthy. This baby watermelon is very happy. It's climbing up on the trellis. It's spreading on the ground. It's spreading this way on the ground. It's what I finally want to see. Very happy about this watermelon. And this one, also looking good. Starting to trellis. This one's behind, but it's only been out of its solo cup for 2 weeks now. And these cucumbers all looking good. So this area, ironically, which was doing really badly before, is now doing really well. No damage from the rain and or critters. Everything growing very solidly. Kind of ironic. I say ironic because this area has been having some damage. Not a lot. Let's look through things. These basils up front these are peppers. 2 new peppers. They're doing great. These grapes all were set back, and it really hurts. This one lost its leaves again for the second time. This one is okay. This one, I can't remember if that's one that never started or anything, but not good. They have been set back, and I think somebody's eating them. These basils are all doing great. That's really nice. That new lettuce there is fine. There. This cucumber's fine. I just planted that. That was a sad seedling lettuce that had been in its seed this whole time. Same with that one. So those aren't really real. Carrots are fine. I'm still thinning them. Trying to make sure they get enough room to grow. Which is really interesting because, well, we'll talk about why that's interesting in a bit. Here we have some damage. This thing here, which I think was a pepper. Yeah, it's a banana pepper. It still got dug into. I mean, that is clear digging, and that is bad. And I'm a little shocked about that. We have had several banana peppers that have been left unmolested. And something got in here. I mean, this could have been the rain. Ugh. This is a lettuce, though, so I'm pretty suspicious. Look at that. It's just, we'll fix this today. But, falling over. Looks like it's dug into. And it's lettuce, so probably gonna chalk that one up to the critters, which is a real bummer. But this is the most heartbreaking. Look at these pepper plants. You will recall from last week how green and leafy they were. Look how many peppers lost their leaves. Those, this guy, these guys, this guy, this guy, these guys, all lost their leaves. This one here, which is my biggest pepper plant, lost its leaves. It's even growing peppers now. Look at that. But they all lost their leaves, and it's really frustrating, and I don't know why. I mean, it could have been a torrential downpour, but that's weird, right? I don't know. It really bums me out. I'm a little suspicious because these 2 in the middle here did not get eaten. So, part of me thinks maybe a deer came up, but I have a camera right over there. It would have caught a deer. And the same thing in this bed. All these peppers have been losing leaves. It is really upsetting. And then the ones in the middle did not. So, suspicious. I don't know. I'm really upset. I could cage these, and I might have to. But what I'm going to do first is spray them down with like everything else. And I'm going to see if the leaves start to grow back. But that's a huge bummer. I have everything else down here I've kind of been assuming is bonus crops because I knew that it was possible that the rodents, not rats, squirrels and rabbits might get it. But the peppers I grew successfully down here last year, and I just assumed they would be fine. And they have been so good. But now all of a sudden, just as they're starting to produce, look at this one. Look at these beautiful purple peppers I'm getting. Look at that. Just as they're starting to produce and they need their leaves most. Hi, Jane. They are losing their leaves. It's really, really upsetting. Let's move on. So over here we have some baby bok choy and Napa cabbages that are all doing pretty well. Maybe a few bite marks here and there. This grape is not doing super well. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my grapes. I'm really upset about that. This cucumber was already doing shitty. We were going to save it, remember? So that one's not really alarming, but I don't know, man. These are doing well, so I think maybe they have hardier leaves. There's some holes in them, but they're not being chewed on or dug up. So maybe it was the rain. It was a very intense rainstorm. This guy fell over. That's a little alarming. That could have been the rain. Just got so full from the water, maybe. These tomatoes are doing great. I'm going to actually have to start pruning them. This front one is not doing so great. Looks like it broke off. But all in all, they're doing pretty well. So, and
Yes.
for something I didn't think was going to grow at all, that is kind of doing well. So then over here, same thing. So the spinach is already bolting, which is a bummer. I guess I'll cut it back. I guess this failed because I planted it too thick. So I got some summer spinach. I'm going to redo this. That's on today's agenda. Yeah. And then these shishito peppers lost some leaves, which sucks. That was a dead cucumber already. I'm saving it. It's fine. This grape seems to be doing okay. And then look at these brassicas. Just devastated. Devastated. This is bad. I don't know what happened here. Because it's not these, the radishes and the spinach, and it's these, part of me thinks it must have been the rain. They just had less hardy leaves. I just don't know. All this stuff, devastated. But the beans are fine, so that leads me to believe maybe it's not the rain. And it is, in fact, the rabbits and squirrels. The two are kind of related because I couldn't spray for them because it was raining for 5 days. And then over here we have definite evidence of squirrels and rabbits. Like this potato plant, which is the one that never really sprouted and I was trying to grow. Somebody just dug the potato out of it. This thing has never grown, but somebody's clearly been digging at it. Somebody's been digging at the beets, which honestly needed thinning. So that's kind of my paradigm, is that I will thin the ones today that lost their leaves, I guess. And then maybe I'll get some good beets out of the rest of it. But yeah, these are pulled up, so it was definitely a rodent of some sort. They just left them in here. That's rough. That's rough. Rough, rough, rough. And then the lettuce, which is supposed to be the honey pot, it doesn't look like it. I mean, they ate up this one of the 4, but the rest of it they just left alone, which is kind of weird. This is like, come on, man, this is what you're supposed to be eating. They've totally devastated the strawberries, just gone. And there are these big holes in here, so this is clearly a squirrel. Strawberries are not going to work down here. I hope they would. I think strawberries are just a failure this year. My plan for next year is to do them right here, either in a birdie's bed or in the ground, but then cover it just completely cover it with mesh so that nobody can get to them. I might try that in the fall. Yeah, more brassicas that are just devastated. Probably not going to grow. All these are just dead. They're not dead. I mean, they're still growing. They might rebound, but they're not going to produce cauliflowers. But I want to see if at least their leaves come back. The beans are killing it, though. Nobody touched the beans, which is a big mystery. Although there are no beans, so maybe that's the answer to the mystery. Like, maybe they're just eating the beans. I don't know. This is such a failure. It's so bad. Blueberries doing well. You will recall we acidified the soil, right, Jane? Last week. Looks like it's happy, a little happier. Definitely made some progress. This tomato is doing well. There's even a little tomato growing on it finally. We're starting to get the first little tomatoes. There was a second ago. There it is, right there. Wait. Oh, there it is. So that's exciting, getting aroma. This loofah is doing really well, really well. Look how big and green that's getting. And this tomato, a cherry, seems to be doing mostly well. I definitely broke a few leaves when I shoved this into its cage last week. Like here, this isn't good at all. But I might do some trimming on that and get it into its cage properly. But it's doing well. And then these potatoes are all doing well, and nobody's dug at them at all.
Yeah.
So what's up with that?
Yeah.
The one tomato over there, they're doing that. Yeah, well, we're gonna replant that plant, Jane. You want to do that? We'll do that in a minute. So you know, a couple more. We got to mound that potato, but the rest of these potatoes, they're doing great. They are a little bit more protected from the rain, so that lends credence to the rain hypothesis. As with these two, no holes, nothing, but they're also higher up. So I don't know. Let's go check on the porch. So by and large, everything on the porch is doing better. This is the new cucumber, it's happy. It's a little bit older of a cucumber, it's happy. This is a watermelon, it's happy. This is a watermelon, it's happy. These tomatoes, 2 cherry, 2 Roma, are both very happy. Jane's happy. That new basil's happy. This Thai basil's happy. All of the tomatoes in our main tomato trellising system.
Reducing my pocket.
Yep. Are doing great.
Have something.
Nothing up here has been hurt by the supposed rainstorm. The little celery we saved are very small, but they're doing better. All the basils are doing fantastic. And that's one's a cucumber, but we're pretending it's a basil. And then everything on the green stalk is doing great. No damage here, including all our cauliflower and brassicas that are just getting devastated downstairs, which leads me to believe it wasn't the rain. Though of course this is somewhat protected from the house. If the rain was whipping in a westerly direction. Actually, that got bit off. I don't know what that was. And then all our basils, mint, thyme, Asian basils, year-old sweet basil.
Can have something. Have some.
Greek oregano, rosemary. Jane has something. What do you want? You want to go? You want some water? And this, which I thought was celery, which I thought was Thai basil, but seems to be celery, or maybe it's both. It's kind of a mystery. Anyway, it's doing great. So this leads me to believe maybe the rain wasn't responsible. Okay, we're gonna clean up these tomatoes. Since they're one of the few things down here that seem to went well this week, we're gonna trim off their suckers and guide them up their poles some more. Let's do that. I may have spoke too soon. There's definitely some breakage on the tops of these vines. Here, over here. The sucker's good. Typically you cut the suckers, but because the other 2 branches are stunted, the sucker may become the main continuous growth, so I'm going to leave that for now. Same with this one. This is the main branch, and it's been nipped off at the end, so it's quite possible this sucker is going to be the continuation. So I'm going to leave this for a week, see if that continues, or if I need to train this sucker to be the main branch. Kind of mysterious. Actually, looking at these, all the tops. Cut, cut, cut. What the hell? Okay, same thing up here. These tomatoes are in a lot better shape. But we are going to train them, prune the suckers off, and then we'll spray them down with BT oil and neem oil like the other batch. Let's go. We have some tomatoes growing. Very exciting. Isn't that exciting, Jane?
Yeah.
This is the one that had its end nipped off. So we are taking this main sucker and it is going to be the main growth now. Some of these leaves are a little sad on this one. I might get rid of that whole branch actually. Yeah, I'm going to. But we'll see if that saves it. I've just had an epiphany. I believe that the varmints are digging in only the things with leaf, mold, compost, mulch, and not the cardboard. So I just remulched this with cardboard, filled in the spots they dug, put the cardboard down. I'm gonna spray for, use my anti-squirrel spray, but I'm gonna mulch everything because this, for example, they did one little digging right there, but really it's just sitting right here waiting for them. They didn't touch it. These, they dug in, even though there's nothing there, because they're the leaves. Cardboard, no digging, cardboard, no digging, cardboard, no digging. I mean, no digging either way here, but really, as far as I can tell, nothing that has cardboard in it has been dug in. So, not a lot to be done this week, but I'm going to go through and remulch anything that is using the leaves that I think they might be digging in with cardboard, and then I'm going to spray everything with the spray. So we're going to do that. I forgot to film it, but I just did these two graves. They had some dig holes, and I just remulched those with cardboard as well. So yeah, I'll do the rest and do the spray. So we'll put you on time lapse for that. Okay, I'm out of cardboard, but Jane loves shredding the stuff, and we have tons more boxes. So we'll do the rest of these here after lunch, after we get some more cardboard shredded. And that one, I also sprayed down the Roma and the cherry with BT oil and neem oil. And I think the only thing left we have to do is mound up these two remaining potatoes. Given up on all the seedlings, and I'm going to compost the rest of them. I feel really bad about it. I definitely planted too many plants, and I got enough of everything, but I way overplanted, so I have put those out. I let them dry out this week because I didn't think to water them, but it's time. They're not really going to grow anyway. So I will compost them, but got a couple things here that I think can be saved. So we're going to plant these in pots right now and see if they can't be saved. The last of the seedlings of the year. Let's go. Okay, 2 more things to do today. I keep putting it off. I was supposed to do it last week, but I need to fertilize everything. So I've got my little fertilizer sprayer hooked up. I'm going to go ahead and do that, even though it rained all week. It's sunny now, so I think it's a good time to do it. And then I got to do compost. So let's just do this real quick. It was, of course, totally stupid doing that right after I sprayed for squirrels. So I will spray for squirrels again tomorrow, but I want to see if there's any change tonight with new mulch and just keeping an eye on it for one night and no rain. Also, look at this. I got a radish. Pretty exciting. Let's do the compost. Doesn't look terrible. Low end of composting. It's going all right. Put all the new stuff in and stir it up. promise that's not the lettuce I grew. That's some lettuce that my mom had used 2 months ago, and it was hidden in the bottom of the fridge, and I found it and it was bad. That's it for the week. Let's look at these sad plants and pray that by next week they're feeling better, as good as that beans are doing there. And I hope you guys have a lovely week. I'll talk to you soon.